two brothers, and he was the oldest of the three brothers. His father was a farmer and a shoemaker. He later married Abigail Smith. She was the minister's daughter. They had 6 children together. She was well-read and very intelligent and influenced her husband and his career.
You can skip it.
Opinion of the England government, because they taxed newspapers, glass, tea, and playing cards, and he felt it was unfair. And the government did not have the people's best interest in mind. He graduated from Harvard College as a lawyer. He represented a British soldier because wanted for him to receive a fair trial because he was accused of killing 5 people in the Boston Massacre. He later attended the First Continental Congress, where he announced George Washington to serve as the commander of the colonial forces in the American Revolutionary War. Later, Washington was announced as the first president, and John Adams became the vice president. When Washington retired, John Adams ran for the presidency and won as a president. He sent someone to talk to France about a treaty, but France refused and wanted lots of money. Instead, but John Adams refused to deal with France, and then they got in a two-year war broke out until peace treaty. He was also the first president to live in the White House. After his presidency, he had a good retirement, where he wrote books and letters, and lived with his wife in his hometown. He passed away in 1826.
First we have Lila, and she's going to be telling us about John Adams.
Hi, I am John Adams' daughter, and I will be taking a speech on my dad. Did you know that my dad is considered one of the most important founding fathers of the U.S.? And did you know he was the first vice president and the second president of America? He was born in October 30th, 1735 in Massachusetts. And my dad had 2 brothers named Peter and Elias. However, Elias died during the American Revolution, and my dad became the second president in 1797. He was 61 years old when he took oath. He survived as president of 4 years until 1801, and my dad and Thomas Jefferson were the only founding fathers of the U.S. that signed that Declaration of Independence, then went on to become President of America, and that's all I have about my dad today.
John Tyler. I was born on March 29, 1790, and my parents' names are Mary and John. Here are some facts about my childhood. My childhood home is Greenway. It's just south of Virginia's capital in Richmond, Virginia. Here are some other facts about my childhood. I began my political career in 1811 when I was elected to the Virginia legislature at age 21. I went to school at College of Williams-Birchmond in 1807. Then I studied law under a private tutor. My second wife is Julia Gardner, and I had 5 sons and 2 daughters. Here are some other facts about my family. That I was the first president to lose wife while in office, and the first to remarry while in office. This is when I served as president from 1841 to 1845. And the political party I belonged to, I started as Democrat, but I had different views, so I moved to Whig Party, which is more Republican. I had kept Harrison's cabinet in place. However, all but one for them resigned after I rejected bills. Decided to create a now national bank. In 1841, I signed the Preemption Act, which Western settlement by allowing a person to take a claim on 160 acres of public land and purchase it from the government. Here are some facts about me. I approved a law that Texas and Florida become into the United States in 1861. With America on the brink of civil war, I changed a peace conference in Washington, D.C. in an effort to provide the Union. I served in the Virginia legislature from 1811 to 1860 and was member of the United States House of Representatives from 1816 to 1821. In 1840, the Whigs selected Idaho Coalition and chose me as vice president and William Henry Harrison as president. Then I died on January 18, 1862.
Our third president, Thomas Jefferson.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Thomas Jefferson. I was born in 1743. My parents' names are Jane and Peter. My first childhood memory at age 3 was of the 50-mile horseback ride I took with my father's slave. When I grew up, I got married to Martha on January 4th, 1772. I had 6 children and 5 daughters and 1 son. 2 of my daughters died in infancy and 1 died later from whooping cough. While as a family man, I went to William and Mary's University, which was a liberal arts research school. I also had several jobs I had before I was president. I was a farmer and the governor of Virginia. Then I became Secretary of State, then a vice president. I was president from 1801 to 1809. And my political party was the Federalist. One of my greatest accomplishments was I wrote the Declaration of Independence. Here are some interesting things about me. I bought the Louisiana Territory from France. My portrait is put on the $2 bill and nickel during 1869. I was the third president. I was a slave owner. I was a fan of ice cream. I founded the Virginia University, and I was the founding father of the United States. I lived a great life and died on January 26, 1826.